Alrighty. I'm going to just take out the components that I need here, and I'm going to repack most of these that are in this box into the unit. No charge, basically no questions. We do question to find out why it did go bad, so we may be able to strengthen training to prevent that from happening. We have units that have been running in this country since 2004, continually. So we've got a very durable, very reliable unit, but there are just certain basic things about the operation of it that I'll be training y'all on right now. Now, the setup of the unit takes 1 minute. I'm going to take longer than that because I'm going to talk you through it. But I can set the unit up from the box, when my components are all in there, take the unit out, set it up, break it down, and set it up again in 60 seconds. Very simple to set up. The main maintenance on the unit is cleaning the ceramic filter. If you keep the filter clean, and if you keep the electronics out of water, the machine will just run and run and run and run and run. So that's the basic machine. I'm going to take you through. There it is. Good. I thought my boys left something out. All right. I'm going to go through the setup on the machine now. Basically, you saw how I drew that water into that sink and plugged it off, because we aren't going to waste a drop, knowing that your pump just went out. Here's the unit right here. I'll mention one thing about it. Right now, NASA at this very moment is testing this very unit to put it on the International Space Station, as God is my witness. That's a fact. That's how powerful this thing is. And it'll be kind of cool if in the end, Pastor Saint-Saurant in Mission will be able to say that he's got the same water purification as used on the space station. Now, in setting the unit up, you have a cell phone? It's my cell phone, petit moment. The first thing I'm going to do, Pastor, what would happen if I put your cell phone in the water? Is it good for it?
No.
It's very bad for it, isn't it? It will ruin it. Ligate.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell people when they set the unit up, just like you're not going to put your cell phone in the water, don't put the electronics in the water. The way to keep the electronics out of the water is to put it on its little feet. Now, we worked long and hard to engineer and design these feet. And if these feet are lost, you've got special order. It takes 6 months. No, you get a piece of PVC and slice it. The feet, or I like the feet, they're actually very cool because they're simple and they're easy. But these feet, and we've found after running 700 plus units around the world, one of the main problems is the electronics gets wet, because when you're pumping water, no matter how careful you are, you're going to get water everywhere. That water will wick into the electronics, and eventually it'll blow the electronics. Now, I've got a fuse in there. I'll protect it. At the end of our operation, I'll show you how to remove the electronics on it and change the fuse, and we do have extra fuses. The first thing in the setup, put the feet on it. That stabilizes it, and it keeps the electronics out of water. Very important. The next thing is we need to get water into the unit. To get the water in the unit, we simply take our hose. Nothing special about the hose. Very simple hose. No tools required. This keeps bugs and sticks out of the water. It's important that you do that, otherwise it'll suck into the pump motor. And believe it or not, the pump motor is totally rebuildable. You can totally disassemble it and fix it and clean it. Unlike most plastic things that you get that are just throwaway, everything in this unit can be rebuilt. That's why I tell people don't throw anything away, and if it stops working, getting it to me, because I can rebuild it. We designed it and built it that way. Water in the unit. The next thing is we have to get water out of the unit. So we put the spout in it. Now watch, if you listen carefully, listen. You hear it click? Seat it all the way down. Just push it down. Don't push it out here, push it here. Allez tout droit. Push it straight. Don't push it at an angle. If it's not seated, it's going to leak water out of the top, and that water out of the top will come down and work its way into the electronics. We don't want to do that. Now this little hose, this is both an extra hose as well as a director hose. I can direct it into water bottles or cups or glasses or anything. It's important, but it's also an extra hose, so we have two hoses. You can also cut it and keep that as your director hose, and you have extra hose.